Hermes Trismegistus, Thoth the Atlantean. The purpose for earthly man with his dual nature through his evolution. According to Hermes Trismegistus, or Thoth or Hermes Triune, people who deal exclusively with the material world and everyday life were born to fulfill a single purpose. These people are not considered inferior because of their mortality, since they are constantly incarnated in the material world, but because of this mortality they are also the most suitable to fulfill the purpose they have, to take care of earthly things and heavenly things. Therefore the world was formed of double matter, so that everywhere there would be life and there would be someone who could see all of God's creation from the lowest nature to the highest. The first God is the Lord of eternity, the second God is the world, the third God is man, God is the creator of the world and everything in it. God co-rules everything together with man, who is ruler of the world created by God. So if man fulfills the duties he has undertaken, that is, the obligation to care, then he succeeds in making himself and the world an ornament to each other. Thus the world, quote unquote, appears to have taken on this dual nature of man. So when man knew himself, he also knew the world, and so he remembered what his own image is and recognized which one he should use and which one he should serve. Man therefore gives great thanks and praises to God, thus honoring his image and not ignoring that he himself is the second image of God, who God has two images, the world and man. Man therefore, one part of him consists of soul and mind, spirit and logic, and higher elements. He can be described as God and enter heaven. The other part of man is material, worldly, composed of fire and earth, water and air. So as a mortal he remains on earth, so as not to be able to give up all the earthly things entrusted to his care. Thus man was ideally formed partly God and partly mortal, united in one body. For the man with a double nature, first piety and then goodness are the rule. This goodness is brought about if it involves the power of scorning the lust for all improper things. Everything that is dominated by the earthly bodily lust does not belong to any part of the divine knowledge and is justifiably called acquired passions, that is, everything that is acquired during our life. With this reasoning then, all material goods are alien to man, even from his body, so that he himself may despise all that he desires, including the body, since this gives rise to the corruption of the lust in us. Therefore, following the course of reason that pervades the soul, man must reach that point where, thanks to the sight of divinity, he will acquire the ability to despise and be indifferent to his mortal part, with which he had been connected only out of necessity to take care of the lower world. In order for man to be a complete being, this is how God has formed him, so that he is composed of four elements in both parts. In its mortal part, it consists of arms, legs, two of each, and together with the other parts of the body, it takes care of the lower world, the earthly one. In his divine part, he is equally composed of four elements: the soul, the mind, the memory, and the wisdom, by the logic of which he was able to recognize and distinguish the divine world. This leads him, on account of his inquisitive curiosity, to seek the opposites, qualities, effects, and quantities of all things, that he is hindered by the great and grievous malice of the body, and cannot rightly discern all these the causes of things which are also their true causes. So man is rewarded accounting to what he will offer to the will of God, just as our ancestors were rewarded. Golden generations of humans, the golden age. That is, after we are demobilized and freed from the care and surveillance of the earthly world, after we are freed from the bonds of our mortal nature, to deliver us pure and sanctified to our higher nature and the divine nature. So this is the reward of those who are pious to God and take care of earthly things. For on the contrary, for those people who have lived impious lives, they are forbidden to return to heaven, and a restoration to life in their other bodies is reserved for them, which they deserve, even unworthy of possessing a human soul. And this is from the Revelation of the Ninth Wave. I've translated this for you from a Greek article. Please leave your comments. Thank you for your support. Finally, support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.